So Married to Medicine. So it started off with the doctors. They're coming back from a long shift. It's showing them over in the morning. Dr. Simone, Dr. Contessa, Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Eugene. They're talking about, different things. They're talking about the virus, the 19, as I call it, and, how they're watching so many patients pass away. That is a lot on you, I can imagine. Especially, in, we're all people, and sometimes you probably get close to certain patients, and then you see them, and then they pass away, especially if they pass away while you're working on them or something. That's a lot to take. So, one good thing about all this is that people keep having babies. People keep screwing. So, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, especially being OBGYN doctors, they're going to always have a job. I'll tell you that, child. So, child, it's just been booming, child. People can't stay off the top of each other. So, that's definitely something. There was a scene with Dr. Contessa and Dr. Jackie. And Dr. Contessa, she has a new practice. She's opened up a new practice with her husband. And she's going to specialize in addiction and addiction wellness. I don't know the technical term, but yeah. People who have addictions and getting them off and helping them and stuff, because her father had a drug addiction for a long time. And her father's still with us. He's hanging in there, bless his heart. Her mom passed away, Dr. Contessa. She had cancer, I believe. So rest in peace to her, her mom, and that whole situation. And Dr. Contessa was showing Dr. Jackie everything around her building, and it's coming along quite nicely. And it's just very interesting to me. I'm not quite sure what Dr. Contessa... It seems like Dr. Contessa's never satisfied, like career-wise. And so she puts more effort into her career than she does her marriage. But to be honest with you, y'all, I've said this before, and we've all agreed with this. Well, some of us have agreed with it. A lot of us have. I just don't think Dr. Contessa's into Dr. Scott. And honestly, I think the feeling is mutual. I think they're just both over each other. I think they just both want different things out of life. The way that Dr. Contessa moves, you would think that she was a single person with no kids or anything. But this lady got a whole marriage and a whole 3 kids, and she's just like, child, I got y'all here. Y'all do the rest. And Dr. Scott, I think that he wants a more, what's the word? Probably domestic kind of person to be with. And Contessa's just not that person. Contessa is very admirable. She is. Indeed. But I just don't know how Contessa being Superwoman, so to speak, I just don't know how you could be Superwoman in the doctor's office and at home. Not saying that it's not possible, but it seems darn near impossible, because you can't be at 2 places at once. You can't be everything for everybody all the time, every minute of the day. And it just seems like Contessa always chooses more of work than home life, which shows that she don't want to be there. Which says to me that she's sick of y'all. So something definitely has to work. They both quit marriage counseling. He quit first, and then she quit second. So I don't know. Obviously, this is not all Dr. Contessa's problem, but yeah, and I personally just think that she's a lesbian, and that's fine if she is. But whatever, it's just my personal opinion. It don't matter. I mean, we've already talked about her and Dr. Britton, child, on the LA cast. So anyway, we ain't gonna get into all that, child. I'm too tired to be so petty. I'm lying. I'm lying. So, let's see. I think that Contessa could use a little bit more of Toya, and Toya could use a little bit more of Contessa. A lot more of Contessa. I'll say that because Toya needs something to do. Toya and Anila, the new girl, the Indian lady, they ride around on golf carts looking at structures. You know, Anila, she's getting her home built, and it's still in the same neighborhood, but I guess it's different or bigger or whatever they want it. And so they just going around on the golf course. They started playing tennis. All these housewives just around the neighborhood, child. They got a little tennis club, child. We see a few minutes of them playing tennis. I just don't. Why do we need to see that? Why are we supposed to care? I mean, if you're not slinging rackets and making money moves and a superstar like the Williams sisters, Venus and Serena, then why am I supposed to care? Like, is Toya finna take tennis seriously? It's just like, come on. And then Anila in that little outfit was filling out nothing in the outfit. Nothing. Child just is flat back and humped over and everything. And I was just like, well, hell. I don't know. Just annoying. Just annoying. Let's see. We see Miss Quad. Miss Quad's back. She's now a friend to the show. I tell you, if her and Heavenly fully falls out, Heavenly is not going to let her down. That I saved your job, because you know Heavenly is that kind of girl. You know, she do something nice for you, then throw it back up in your face when she get mad. But we see Miss Quad. Miss Quad looks good. You know, she always looks nice. And you know, they're meeting up talking, and you know, Miss Quad said that she's dating. What's going on with Miss Quad? Did Miss Quad adopt a child or something? I could have sworn I saw that on Instagram, like last year or something, where I saw a little hand, like she adopted a little girl or something. It's something to that, y'all. Maybe I forgot. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some research on it if I can remember. But yeah, yeah, they're talking and stuff, and so you know it's cute. We would love to see Miss Quad with somebody. Not quite sure what Miss Quad is doing for work though, because they canceled Sister Circle. She's a friend to the show on this show, so I know she's getting a check. She's just not getting the check, the biggest check. So I don't know. Maybe she saved her money. I don't know. But anyway, Miss Quad is a smart cookie, and she's gonna be fine. Anyway, so Dr. Heavenly, she said, you know, Toya's doing fine. She finally moved into her home. And have you spoken to Toya? Y'all cool? Miss Quad was just like, yeah, me and Toya cool. So Dr. Heavenly, she pulls out this video of Dr. Simone, Cecil, and Toya talking, and Toya was, you know, talking crap about Quad. Toya has been quite open with her opinions on Quad, and seeing as how Quad is no longer with the doctor, Toya feels that she should no longer be on the show, and she should, more importantly, no longer be around the men's. Now, in a normal situation, I could kind of understand where Toya was coming from, but Quad don't want y'all men. I promise you, it's not much eye candy there when it comes to that. So y'all please I'm sure Miss Quad, and then it's like Miss Quad has been on the show since the very beginning. It's not like y'all don't know her. So I can understand a new girl coming on, and you're like, why is this new single hot girl around you know, our men or whatever, in which you should be securing your relationship anyway. But I mean, why, you know, y'all be out of town all the time and on trips all the time. They have plenty opportunities to cheat your man if they really wanted to. They'd be happy when y'all go out of town. So, I mean, you really got to worry about a cast member of the show, really. I mean, it's other people. Didn't Curtis cheat Dr. Jackie's husband? Didn't he cheat with other people? Anyway. So, Toya was dissing Quad on the video, you know, saying that, you know, she didn't say nothing too bad, but, you know, she was just running her mouth and everything, and, Talk about Quad is in that little apartment and her and Heavenly get together and all they do is talk crap. I mean, Toya, you do the same thing with your friends, so I mean, whatever. So Quad was just like, okay, well let's not read her. Let me not get her together real quick, because she had to beg, borrow, and steal to get that big luxury home that she's in now that I think she's selling. She had to beg, borrow, and steal for that. She was like, she had got a home loan and she had got a personal loan and she's still spending her husband's money left and right. Child, I was like, ooh. So it's gonna be Toya versus Quad. In this, y'all are definitely bringing back up old stuff for sure. It's still Toya versus Contessa, and I thought that they were cool. Now it's back up, digging all this stuff back up. I tell you. But I mean, hey, if Mariah was here on the show, which I still feel like Mariah should have been on the show, but if Mariah was still on the show, I guess it would be Quad versus Mariah for the 1000th time. But you know, the girls weren't gonna have Mariah as a main cast member and not Quad. They weren't gonna have that. So, you know, it was just like, well, okay, Mariah off the show, so you know, Quad, she could step down to a friend to the show, sure. I just wish I knew everything, because they really, not all of them, but a lot of those girls really cannot stand Mariah, and I just wish I knew exactly why. Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody's not gonna like everybody. Say she do shady stuff behind the scenes, whoop de whoop. But I'm just like, as a viewer, as I'm looking on the screen, I think all of y'all are one and the same. So anyway, what else happened, y'all? So we meet Anila's family. We meet her dad and her mom. They're trying to do the ceremony called Rocket, I believe, or Rocky, which is pretty much where if you have a male and female child, pretty much the female is in a way asking the brother to always protect her, whether they're physically together or not, on separate parts of the world, whatever, that you are going to always protect me as my brother, whether the brother is older than the sister or not. It was very cute. You know, it's a nice tradition. So anyway, we meet Anila parents and her sister, who's beautiful. And, you know, Mama is definitely camera ready. Mama definitely wants to be the star. Came in talking to Anila's husband, got off work. And she was just like, so you're a surgeon, right? Why don't you hook me up? Your mother-in-law, why don't you hook me up? I want surgery. Child, he's sitting there looking around, child. The kids are running around like crazy. Because, like, Anila got a boy and a girl. And her sister got a boy and a girl, too. So it's 4 kids total. Then the sister. Then Anila's parents. And so the husband just getting off work and he just don't know what to do, how to feel over it, right? The good old in-laws coming out. And then, you know, what are you going to do? You can't kick them out. You can't, you know, you don't want to be disrespectful. It's still her parents. So it's just, you know, it's just funny seeing that period, that line. Because some people are really, really close to their in-laws. And some people are not. And some people, it's like constantly walking on eggshells. I want these people out my house, but I can't say that, right? So, let me see. Anything else I'm thinking about? So we get to the main event, which is Anila's, you know, little ceremony, which I was talking about with the kids, and it was really cute. So Dr. Simone came, Dr. Contessa and her husband, Dr. Scott, came. Toya came, and Dr. Eugene came. And I think Simone. Maybe I said Simone. Yeah, that was it. The rest of the cast wasn't there. Yeah. So they came to the function, you know. Like I said, Anila had her parents there. And the kids was there. And her husband was there. You know, who I really like. I like Anila's husband. He seems really cool. So darn near immediately, the kids had the ceremony, yada yada, it was cute. So almost immediately, Anila takes Contessa off to the side and tells Contessa, well, hey, how do you feel about Toya? Like, I think that Toya's a really good person, and I think that y'all could really settle the score, and, I'm really interested in getting to know you, but I wish y'all would get along. Contessa was just like, okay, listen, if you're interested to get to know me, then we should get to know each other. And, it's just not going to happen. It's just not a situation that, just pretty much Contessa said, just let it go. Anila wobbled herself back to the back to her seat and said the kids had left. And Contessa complimented her, said thank you so much for inviting us, etc., something like that. And then Toya was just like, oh, I just didn't know that y'all knew each other like that. I'm pretty much shocked that you're here. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like that. Some comment that just wasn't necessary to say. Contessa was thanking Anila for inviting them. And then here comes Toya feeling some kind of way about it. Because Anila's her friend. You're mine. So that immediately started the altercation, right? Of course. So, Dr. Contessa was just like, child, I'm not gonna sit and try to reason or try to get along with a person that is dedicated to not to getting along with me. So that just started the whole thing. Contessa was just like, everything but the 19 that's happening. Toya cut her off. Can you stop talking about that? I'm so tired of people bringing that up. Can you stop talking about that? I live it. My husband is an emergency room doctor and blah, 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 blah. Contessa was just like, okay, but what does that have to do with me? Okay? What did you say? And Toya, you don't live anything. Let me stop. Toya works. Toya works her mouth. And Toya is a really, really good mother. I would give her that. She really, really is, and that is a job. That is hard, for sure. So Toya is definitely, but everything that Toya gives, and Toya is a good mom. Toya is taking care of the house. Toya is doing a lot. I can say that. I will say that. That is true, and that is a lot. But out of everything that Toya does, and she also plays good tennis, right? So out of everything that Toya does, and how hard she works, which she does work hard in her area, clearly it's still not enough. But as hard as you're working with helping your kids out with homework, with housework, with tennis, and everything else that you do, Toya, whatever else that you do, it's still not enough because you still have time for this kind of stuff. It's still not enough. You still got time. You coming home with Eugene having people die on him every single day, and you coming home talking about you ain't spending no time with me, and I'm tired of cooking and all this other kind of stuff, and I'm just like, when we gonna go on a vacation? And I just lost my favorite patient, lady. You asking me when we going on a vacation? I just don't think she gets it. I don't think she gets it. So yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not saying that she's not a hard worker, and raising kids is definitely one of the hardest jobs, if not the hardest job in the world, 100%. But it's just, it's different. That's why I said Toya and Contessa, they both need a little bit of each other. Contessa need to be a little bit more of Toya in terms of being more at the house, dealing with the kids, trying to work out things for her husband, etc. And Toya needs all of Contessa. All of it. Everything else. Because if you were tired, and if you genuinely went places just to go and release, just to go and have fun, you would not have time for these kind of issues. You really wouldn't. Because you would be so tired. You would just be thankful to be out. You had to muster up the energy, first of all, to get dressed, to even go out. Because really, on the little free time you get, you just want to lay there. You know, so. But anyway, child, so Dr. Contessa, she was just like, I'm not dealing with this. Toya started getting loud, started to curse a little bit, and Contessa was doing the same. So Contessa started to get up. Anila grabbed Contessa. She was just like, okay, you know, no, stay. Then all of a sudden we see Anila's mother come around and grab Contessa and won't let Contessa go. Contessa was just like, please, could you leave? I really don't want to jack away from you, but I'm a really strong woman, so can you please just let me go? The mama wouldn't let her go. The mama is messy. And Anila, you messy too. At what part in your mind did you think that you could make them get along when you don't even know the situation? Who are you? And your messy mama jumping herself into it with child with that belly hanging out looking like mine's, and that outfit that was too little. Anila, get you sit down and grab your mama on the way down. Please, y'all doing too much. Way too much. And now it makes Contessa look like she disrespectful because she had to jack away from the mama who's grabbing her arm for dear life, telling her she's trying to be respectful by leaving, by not flipping this table on Toya. And y'all tell her that she can't go? Curry flying everywhere? And y'all tell her she can't go? Crazy. That's insane. And then when she walked out, Contessa and Scott, Anila talking about, she's going to do that? She's going to do that at my party? That's really disrespectful. That you're going to leave my party and do that? Excuse me? Who are you? Your party is better than everybody else's? Now let me find out. Anila, you're hanging with all these black girls and still think you better. Don't let me find out, because, you know, I wouldn't be shocked. But don't let me find out, sis. Craziness. Oh, you're leaving. So would you rather for her to sit there and argue back and forth with Toya? Is that in front of your parents? And is that what you would rather do? So then they sit here arguing, acting a fool, then y'all go behind the scenes or have bedroom talk, and y'all talking about I'll never invite these hood rats to another function. Is that what y'all wanted to give? What are y'all giving? I'm out. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on where am I, Mr. Chalaki at, child? Mr. Chalaki on YouTube. Follow me at this Kingsworld on Instagram and Twitter. At this Kingsworld89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. A mess. Ooh.